YouTube? So today's going to be part 6 of the Honda ekk2 K24 swap, and today we're going to be finishing up everything and hopefully taking this thing for a test drive. Got a couple things we got to finish up though. So we have to do the serpentine belt, we have to get to the lower control arms since we didn't get to that last video. We got to do the thermostat from the RSX on here with the K24 pipe, so that we can connect our heater hose, so we can finish up that pretty much, and then we'll install our radiator. We'll get the actual other side. We have to extend this over here, so this needs to be extended to the other side for the radiator to work. We need to put some axles in here, and we're gonna put the manual transmission fluid in here. We need to finish the rack. It's not actually tied to the gooseneck, so we need to get that connected. And then we're gonna install the actual RSX Type S harness. This is the automatic one, so we need to swap that over just to make it cleaner and everything. We would use this one, but the plugs are kind of broken on a lot of things, so no point of actually trying to use it. But we do know that they work, so you can use an automatic harness. Other than that, that should be it. We can get this thing on the ground, bled from the radiator, and start driving it hopefully. So right now we're gonna start getting to the serpentine belt, the water thermostat housing, and then start getting to the lower control arms and axles and try to get this on the floor, and then we'll come back and see what we're gonna do. All right guys, so we're back now. We got our Type S engine harness installed now. We got our radiator in here with our top hose. We got to get the bottom one in. We got our axles in on both sides. And these axles we're using, they're the Yonaka axles. Stage 2. You can get them off of eBay. I think they're like $250 or $200 around there. Let's see. Other than that, we got our adapter. So this is the part where you put your adapter fitting for your temperature reading on your dash. So we're gonna get that sensor. You can get it off a B series or a D series. As far as that, we also have to connect the gooseneck to the steering, so we need to get the steering going. We're also gonna go pick up some horseshoes, because these ones are too wide. I think these ones are actually from SI, so that's probably why. I thought EK was the same, but maybe it is different. So we're gonna go pick those up, and then also we can start putting some fluid into the transmission. So it's about 1.7 quarts. And then we actually got the thermostat housing on here too, so that's good. This is from an RSX 02 to 06. Type S and base are the same, so you don't have to worry about that. It's just the water pump housings that are different. Thermostat is the same. We also need to connect our K24 pipe. The K21 is too short and it doesn't actually fit, so the K24 one is different. We gotta get our belt on here, tighten that down. I gotta get the bolt that's inside of here. There's another 12 on down there, and then we'll get the belt. I'll show you guys the size that we use for temporary, and then we got to get the brake booster line from here to over here. I just had it blocked because of startup, and we're pretty much there. So we're gonna start knocking out that stuff, then we'll come back and see what we're gonna do after that. All right, we are back, and we got a lot of things pretty much finished up. So we got our lower radiator hose. I'm actually taping up the charge harness because it had 2 female plugs. I was kind of making my own, so I got that. Just got to tape that up though. We got the serpentine belt on here. We got the heater hose pipe, so we just got to go get the heater hose to go to the other side of the heater hose, or the heater. Next we're gonna do is actually do this sensor right here, pressure switch, or the pressure sensor for VTEC, and then we have a broken oil pressure sensor right there. So we gotta swap those out real quick, and then we'll put our intake on that we got right here. We're just gonna make our own, just to kind of get it going for now. And then we also got our brake booster line on here connected. Pretty much everything's on here ready to go. The car is back on its feet now, so all that's ready to go. I connected the steering column. Pretty much we just got to do this intake, finish up some wiring, do those sensors, and then we're gonna come back, start it up, and start letting it bleed, see if we have any check engine lights, see if we have to go through anything, make sure there's no leaks, and hopefully we can take this thing for a test drive today. So I'm gonna go ahead and start knocking these things out real fast, and then we'll come back. All right, so we are pretty much ready to get this thing started up and bleeding the system. Ks are very notorious for being burped because the radiator sits lower than the actual engine, so it takes a minute. And it will throw a check engine light if you start driving and saying it's overheating, even though it's not. So run your heater and try to jack the car up if you can in the front to try to burp it as best if you don't have one of these. These usually do the job though, so you should be all right. But got the intake on there. Everything's pretty much set. Yeah, let's get this thing started up and then we'll let it bleed out. And then after this, we should be hopefully going for a test drive. Let's get up in here. Sounds real good. All right, guys, we're back. We got the radiator completely bled. We got the intake on here. The TPS is calibrated from Acuity's perspective as far as their standards. I think we're pretty much gonna just get ready to take it for a test drive now. But yeah, this is the setup right here. So JDM K24, 6-speed LSD transmission. We got an Action Stage 2 clutch on here, 3-inch JFab exhaust with a stock SI tip. Pretty much just a basic setup, nothing too crazy, but perfect for what we're going to be doing when we get it pretty much set up on the dyno and other stuff we're going to be doing to it. But right now, get ready to take it for a test drive so you guys can see how it is compared to the GSR, and then we'll be in the video after that. Alright guys, so we're back now. We got pretty much no check engine lights, temperature's up, it's all bled out and good. We got our speed and tach rewired since we're running an 05, 06 engine harness on an 02 to 04 conversion harness, so it's a little bit different. Other than that, I'll show you guys the difference between the K24 and the GSR if you guys have been paying attention or been watching the videos. Pass over the camera. Now we are on just a base map right now, so it's not going to be the fastest, but it is going to be noticeable difference from the GSR. And to kind of just show you guys how quick K24 is with a 6-speed transmission. This is the SI transmission, so I think it's the best transmission K-Series comes with because of the 6-gear TSX. So. They have on here, I've never tried it before, but I'm thinking that might be the looser one because this is like super stiff. But I mean, if you like it that way, that's perfect. I'm more of a factory type person. compared to the GSR, I mean, I know some people are going to say GSRs are fast too. They are. It just had very small piping. This is 3-inch. Like I said, it still feels kind of weird. I don't like this map on here. I'm trying to upload by a computer right now, and it's acting weird. It would happen right when we're trying to finish this swap right now. So what you're seeing right now isn't the full performance. I don't know what base map. I thought it was a one I used before, but I think the one I had was on Hondata, and this is K-Tuner. So yeah, I just got to find another map for this thing, and it'll be a lot better. But yeah, stay tuned, guys. This is only, like, you know, the beginning of this build right here. This build's going to be around a lot more, and you'll see hopefully at the track, if any tracks are going to be open soon. Mainly some street runs in this car. Got a lot of call outs so far for people with V8s and stuff, so that's typical. Since the owner of this car is a V8, they weren't challenging him before. Actually, if you guys go back to the channel, the SS Camaro with the LS7 and the 5.3 nitrous, that's actually his car. So if you guys want to go check out those videos, you can see how much power he came from. So he's just trying to have some fun with the Hondas now. So that's why we went with the GSR first to kind of get back into the game. And now with the K24, now he's pretty much set how you want it to be. Most of the time, if you're not going turbo and you're looking for a lot more all-motor power, unless you're fully built B-Series, it just won't feel it. But even with B-Series, it's the torque factor. I mean, the highest you can literally get on the B-Series without stroking it, and I mean, as far as stock, would literally just be a B20 VTEC, which is very strong setup. Actually, one of my favorite motors that I've had when I had my first B-Series. But the K24 is just a whole nother monster, man. When you got this much torque, and you know, with the setup we have, pretty much full bolt-ons, RBC. This is just a basic setup. We can still do like a little bit better cam even over stock. Just a lot more things we can do. Like I said, this is just the start, and we'll work ourselves up from here. Maybe we'll get next time get the draggy, and after it's dialing in, we'll start from there and see exactly what this car is capable of, and then go from there. But the goal is to actually be a 10-second car, so we got some work ahead of us, but we'll definitely be getting in there soon. It's a really nice setup, man. Super smooth. But yeah, as far as, like I said, the setup, guys, I mean, it's the perfect setup if you're, especially coming from like an EP3. K24 with 6-speed is just the amount of street setup, I would say, for any car. Just because you get plenty of torque, and like I said, the 6-speed of the SI has the TSX, so it helps a lot for
It's just like right.
it's right there. Griff is very close to this thing on this hybrid racing shifting. That's why I'm kind of having a little trouble right now, but
Just gotta get used to it.
all right, there's okay. Yeah, see, this is 6th gear, and I mean it's pretty much the perfect cruising gear.
It is.
The exhaust isn't loud at all. I mean, this is full headers, 3-inch piping. We're literally just running a stock SI tip, and which is pretty much the same muffler from 06 to 2015. But if you listen to it, you wouldn't even be able to tell this car was modified at all. Cops wouldn't pull this type of car over. You don't necessarily have to have a barred K-Series in order for it. Most of the time, they're going to be looking for exhaust. So you can have a stock motor and get pulled over with an exhaust and go to bar, or you can have a K with a stock motor and not even get looked at. So that's the difference, I would say, between it. But overall, I mean, the car's pretty quiet. When you get on it, you just hear the engine really. So whatever it is, I'm actually gonna recheck the TPS. Maybe something's wrong with that. It's not throwing a check engine light right now, but I don't know if you guys noticed, like when it gets a little bit higher, it just starts pulling out of nowhere. So that's the issue we're having. I'm thinking, like I said, it's the map, but if not, we'll figure it out. Like I said, this is just the beginning of this build, and I just wanted to show you guys it's running good. It's pretty much done. We do got a lot more other stuff to get to, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for this build. We also got an Insight coming. I haven't actually posted that up yet, but we will be posting that as well. And that we're going to do a built K24 with the head package on that one, and probably with nitrous. So stay tuned for that one. I think that's probably going to be one of the quickest builds because that car is super light. I think it should be around like maybe 1,800 pounds after we're done with it, and then we'll go maybe try to even lighten it more from that. You know, there's like a lot of stuff that we really won't be using in that car. So that was supposedly what they were doing stock, and then I think if you pretty much take everything apart and put the K, it's actually still around the same. So we'll see about that. That's another time. So we'll give you guys another pull.